And I think that's a topic we can learn to shift. Instead of wondering who ain't supporting us, let's start worrying about who is supporting us, and then go from there.
Can you tell us your name, please? What's your name?
I'm named Chelsea.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. See, no one else will do like you do. That's why I'm mine. Spend my life with you. I wanna please you any way I can.
What's up, crew? Happy Sunday. If you're new to this channel, my name is Chelsea Nizana and I am your pilot. I will be navigating you guys through my life full of the entrepreneurship journey, fashion tips, what else, relationship, lifestyle, all that good stuff in this channel. If you are new and you love what I produce on my videos, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Today's video is super special to me. This begins my series of Mind My Small Business. This is why I actually started YouTube. I had a lot of people, supporters, who have supported my brand or just watched my growth, write me on Instagram and like ask me for advice on whether it be my brand, just entrepreneurship as a whole. So instead of just like giving out, information to separate people, I'm like, I can condense all this information and I can just put it on a YouTube channel and have people have, get free knowledge based on the experiences that I have been through personally and the things that I have learned. So this series today, I'm super excited about. If you guys want to see if you guys have any other specific topics or things you guys want to know about entrepreneurship, starting a clothing brand, all this type of things, don't forget to comment that below in the description. Comment that below. And yeah, but we are here today. It's a good Sunday. Instead of me just talking to you guys, I'm going to be meal prepping my food for the week. And we could kind of chit chat on the 10 things that the 10 things that I have learned in my entrepreneurship journey. So I'm gonna meal prep with you guys as I'm trying to get back on my healthy diet. I was doing so good for like 3 months consecutively. But then like this, once you just go off like by a week or two, like your whole life is in shambles. So I'm trying to get my life back together. Okay, so let's get into what I purchased today. I spent $67. I had $67.
My $67.
Because I had to give the packer a tip. That's what we do here in Bermuda. We tip our packers. Excuse my nails. Like I said, I'm gonna be looking homeless for a little bit. Or just not as, I don't even know the word, because right now I'm stacking my money and, well, that's a lie. Trying to stack my money. So I'm not trying to pay for like my nails, my hair and stuff like that. I didn't take my card, I just had cash and I didn't want to go back to the store. So I just worked with what I had. So what I purchased was, I got 2 things of salmon. One was $9, the other was $8. And then I got some chicken. So I went to get like some ground turkey or some ground chicken. They didn't have any in the store. So this is all I'm working with. Now this should last me till about Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, 2, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, so this is what we got to work with. Now let's get into the vegetables. We got some cabbage. Ooh, that was $3. I got a little bit like squash. I don't even know how to make this, but I'm gonna Google it. And then I got some string beans. And then my mom insisted on getting this vegetable stir fry. We would have to be in the budget, so that's it. And then I got some eggs or whatever. So that's what I'm gonna be doing while I'm talking to you guys and sharing you guys my 10 tips or 10 lessons I feel like all entrepreneurs can learn. Let's get into the first lesson that I learned. You have to be self-motivated. Number 1, you literally cannot expect anyone else to give you that drive to be an entrepreneur or for you to attempt or to go after trying to do better for your business or try to understand your business or try to get clientele. Like, you have to be self-motivated. Even when you go broke, like when you have nothing, you have to, like, for your business, you have to like motivate yourself. You have to pick yourself up to keep going. That is key. Like, no matter where you are and find yourself in life, like no one can bring you out of that but yourself. So like a lot of things come from motivation, like within. No one else can give it to you. You probably sitting there saying why? Because yourself. Like, you have to be self-motivated. be an entrepreneur. And like I said, that's even when things go bad, is when things go good. Like, you have to be the one to motivate yourself, pick yourself up, put yourself back on that, and keep going. So that's straight up rule number one. And that's not even a rule. Be able to push yourself without anybody else pushing you. You have to be able to motivate yourself, pick yourself up, do the things that you have to do, find enthusiasm in your own interests without anyone else. That's like the key. Like, when you're an entrepreneur, this is your business, this is your baby. You can't depend on anyone else to make you want to motivate to go out there and get it for your brand. So that's big facts right there. So I just got done, like, I'm washing my chicken. This is exactly the best points that I can make right now. Number 2, use what you have. When I started my entrepreneurial journey, I thought I needed to have all these extravagant things, a big website, all these followers on Instagram. Like, use what you have. Like, if you have 10 followers on Instagram, if you have 10 customers, like, use what you have. Keep trying to build from there. A lot of times we think we need all these things, and we really have what we need. And if this is ordained, if this is what God has for your life, He's gonna allow you to have the things that you need. So sometimes we second guess ourselves because we don't have an online site, we don't have this and that, but God hasn't allowed that to occur because it's not what we need at that moment. So for example, I remember, like, my biggest break, I didn't even have a website, but something kept telling me, use what you have, use what you have. And I used, like, this app called the Square app. And I took orders from there. I sent out a link to each one of my customers. And I had over like 150 customers. I had a lot of customers. And I sent out this link, and it worked. And I was beating up myself for like months because I didn't have a site. But I actually used what I have. So that goes to show you. And like right now, I'm recording on my cell phone. I really wish I had a camera, a ring light, all that good things. But I'm practicing. I'm trying to practice what I preach. And so that's why I actually picked up my phone last week. And I was like, you know what? I'm recording for YouTube. I just want to do this to say that I can practice what I preach in terms of using what I have. So this is just motivation to anyone, and you guys may feel like you don't have the tools you need to succeed. I'm telling you, everything you have right there, God has given to you for you to use. And if you're a woman, you know how God don't play about us. Whatever we touch, we turn that thing into gold. You know what I'm saying? We have babies, we do this and we do that. Like, don't play with us. If you're a woman and you're watching this, you got exactly what you have right in that living room, baby girl. Don't play. Actually, let me clarify, because I don't want y'all thinking you could just put out anything. I'm saying the things that you have right there, you can make quality stuff with what you have. For example, I'm here recording on my cell phone, but I really felt like I needed a camera for YouTube. You know? So use what you have, but make sure that it's still quality. Okay? That's what I just want to clarify. You can see I've washed my chicken. I have it like laid out so that I can start seasoning. I have some of them chopped like chicken strips, and some of them is like cut up in chicken squares. These are what I'm seasoning with: just lemon pepper, black pepper. I don't know what this is now. Salt, seasoned salt. Now these two are my I swear by Black and Seasoned. And then this gives it a kick. I love like spice stuff. So this is what we're working with. I'm seasoning my chicken. Why I meal prep is because I am very extremely like busy. My life is like all over the place sometimes, and I have to eat. So because this is the entrepreneur segment, the fact that I meal prep, it's easy for me to say, okay, stop, grab a meal out the fridge, warm it up, and eat it. And it's just been working for me. And the girl that I was working out with, she had put me on like a plan, like no carbs or whatever. And you know, I was working on losing like my belly fat and stuff. So I have had like a month full of partying and stuff. So I'm trying to detox and get my body back and get back on my healthy diet. Not my healthy diet, but like a lifestyle change, my healthy lifestyle, and get back in the gym, right? So right now, like I said, I'm seasoning my chicken, and we're gonna chit chat. So we talked about number 1, being self-motivated. Number 2, understanding that God has gifted you with everything that you need. Whatever you need, it's right there. And this one is just, I don't like to use the word failure, but this is the word that I'm gonna use. You will have some moments where you feel like you're a failure. You may have moments where you're gonna fail, right? Those are the moments that no one kind of wishes to have as an entrepreneur. You kind of want everything to be smooth sailing. But, and you'll keep hearing everyone say this, with failure comes those lessons. Those are the key takeaways. Those are the precious jewels and gems that you kind of want to go through. because experience is your best teacher. So for me, the things that, and you probably heard me mention this if you follow me on Instagram and stuff, that the things that was supposed to break me, those failures, those things that I went through, really made me who I am today and actually built my brand bigger than I even imagined. It was the fact that I learned so much. Sometimes you don't learn when you don't go through shit. Like, you're not really understanding why we do what we do, or how, like, sometimes you think that, oh, this could never happen to me, right? And so you don't even take proper precautions, you know. And I am so grateful that a lot of the things happened to me fairly early. Like, I still feel like my brand is still fairly new, and so those are the things you will mess up. You will, things will not go, you will make the wrong decisions for your business. I recently made like a worthless $5,000 investment into something. I felt like it was the best move for my company, but did I really strategically analyze the decision that I made? So now that I've made that problem, I made that decision, and my business has to live with, I have to live with that. It comes where you start to sit back and you're like, okay, what could I have done better? What could I have done better? You know, in the beginning, I used to sit up and beat myself up and cry over lost money, but it don't work like that. It's like, okay, I effed up. What am I going to do to fix that? And then you move on, you know? Sometimes the things that you do, it's so hard to move on. It took me, like I said, it's taken me years to bounce back from some of the effed up decisions that I made. But I'm still grateful for that, because I don't really care if it takes me 7 years. Just to know that I've stuck with something that I had the vision and the dream for, and I know that God has ordained and blessed my business. I'm still sticking to the wicked, and I know that God's plan is, you know, his word is the best word for me. So, like I said, honestly, understand that you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna mess up. There's gonna be things that you do wrong, but understand that as an entrepreneur, it's not smooth sailing. I saw this quote. I think it says success is doubt code. Oh my goodness, let's talk about it. So yeah, you're gonna mess up, and that's why the next point that I'm gonna make is to be aware and assume nothing. Go into your business as if you have been there, like you've been running crap. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went into the business thinking that everybody was my friend, and that kind of took me off. So like, go in there very much so strong in your beliefs, strong in what you stand for, strong in your decisions. Like, stand firm no matter what, and that's really key. And I think that's something that I was kind of rocky, and I'm a confident female, but you start having doubts, and you don't want to doubt yourself. You want to feel very much so confident in your decision making. So that's like a little number 4 there. Stand strong. And so the next point of standing firm is very important to your beliefs, to your morals, to your values. When you're running a business, you're gonna understand, you're gonna see a lot of money coming in. You're gonna have a decision where you can literally like sway your customers, and like I had a situation where the inventory kind of came wrong, was kind of faulty. People were still trying to buy it at full price. I could have let it run for full price, but I knew for a fact it wasn't what I had promoted. So, you know, I still firmly believe, like, integrity, like, I'm really big on that. So, you know, I made it 50% off. But a lot of people will try to sway you. The people you work with may try to sway you. You know, don't lose that. Stand firm in your beliefs, stand firm in who you are as a person. Entrepreneurship, this is life, period. Don't let the hype or like social media and stuff like that change who you are. So stand firm in who you are. Okay? So we're seasoning up the chicken, getting it ready, supporting the skillets, lightly seasoning it. It smells really good. I'm gonna get a video of it in a second. And out of this chicken, like, it's really good. I feel like I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit while I get the skillet running, and then we're gonna pop that in and then start on the salmon. These tips aren't in any order. This is just things that I had written down and had came to my mind when I think about entrepreneurship and the things that I went through. So this next little tip or whatever, number 5, basically it's just key. Research. If you need help with something, go and find the answer. Like, some of y'all are just dead lazy. And I'm going to just say that right there. Like, some of you guys don't want to go and get the information. Now, if you are reaching out to people, okay, no one's responding, okay, that's fine. I feel like in the beginning of my journey, I tried to, like, find other entrepreneurs that was in my industry and try to reach out to them. Not necessarily saying, hey, what you did, give me the information. No, it was never that. I understand sometimes you just need guidance, or you just need to ask. I was trying to figure out why my camera's doing this. It's because I'm switching phones because I have no storage. But yeah, research. There's so much free information out there. Like, I stopped trying to ask people for help, like with certain things, because I realized the importance of finding out the information on your own. It's so much, it's like I don't know, it's just more rewarding to find out information yourself. Like, you feel way accomplished. So that's like number 5. Research yourself. Don't be lazy. Get a book. Go on YouTube. YouTube is free. Take a class, a course. I took a trip for my birthday. Instead of doing anything, I went to LA, baby. And I went to a fashion retreat to kind of get plugged in and to understand like how things work. So you don't have any excuses. And YouTube is free. So please, let's not do that. So the chicken is done. And I could do that because it's mine. I'm adding some more of this spicy stuff and more of this black. So now, like I said, we're putting the chicken on the skillet. We're going to run it up. And now I'm about to season the salmon. So this tip, I think on like number 6, is don't ever stop creating for your brand. Don't stop creating. Always, like, whatever you feel like. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to sketch this for Uptimum. And I do just that, you know. But I know that it's been so overwhelming for me to run a business, to do this, that I stop, you know, producing for my brand. Don't ever stop. You're gonna have so many ideas. It may not be the exact thing. You may just want to do something like another umbrella, or another something under your brand, under your umbrella of your brand. You may want to do other things. Like, for example, my Chelsea Nizana brand. Under it, I have Uptimum Bodied, but now I'm about to have another Chelsea Nizana boutique. I'm not going to stop creating, like, whatever I feel. And as entrepreneurs, that's what we are. We're problem solvers. We're constantly coming up with different ideas and different things to make the world a better place, or just to bring newness and freshness into society. So don't forget, you know, I'm talking to entrepreneurs who are overwhelmed, and it's because you haven't created. I felt like, what am I doing at a point when I was running Uptimum? And I had like my mentor reach out to me and say like, yo, you're probably feeling this way because you're feeling very stuck, and that's because you haven't created anything, or you may not feel like you're fulfilling your purpose, because it's so easy to outgrow something sometimes. Like with Uptimum, it was a point where I felt like, okay, this is doing for me, but I'm evolving. So what else can I produce that fulfills me, and makes me feel like I'm living, and I'm passionate about what I do. So don't forget. Don't get too caught up in the operations that you forget that you have a brand that you need to create. Now we're moving on to the salmon. Using the same seasoning, salt, pepper, lemon pepper. You gotta OG on this. And then, like I tell you guys, I'm a blackened girl. I love blackened season. So we're gonna get into season this, and then we're gonna do the vegetables last. Number 7. And all these things aren't to shy you away from entrepreneurship. It's for you to understand, things that we've learned from having a business. This is something that's this topic could be very controversial in the fact that support is viewed differently by different people. But if you've heard a lot of entrepreneurs they say you really find out who your true friends are when you have a business. There are some friends who will see you posting things about your business and they may not repost it. However, they may not repost it, but they may be the first person to tell somebody about your business. What I've learned with support, because that's one of the questions I actually have had on Instagram, is how do you get your friends to support? Or how are your friends so supportive? Number 1, I do feel, and I don't do this to say, do this so I can do this, but because I'm a supportive friend, I do get support in return. I literally don't have to, like, my best friends, and I'm going to talk about my best friends because we've been friends for years. And, those are my best friends. Anytime, my friends do all of it though. They post, they repost. If I post anything on Instagram, they repost. Now, they don't do it every time, and I don't expect that. But they do it actually, they probably do it every time, but I don't expect nothing, But they repost every time. They even post, they tell people about it. They model for me. they support me, they shop with me, they pull up at the pop-up shops. Like, I don't have no issues with my best friends. I don't have any issues with that, you know. And I do understand when people get upset, like if you're posting something, because social media is what it is right now. You understand that if I'm your friend and I repost your business, then my friends, and it could get to a wider, like a community, it gets to different people. So the reach is really there when you have people that are reposting and supporting. But support comes in different ways. So I'm going to say two things to entrepreneurs. Like, sometimes you guys have to sit back and understand that, like, you may have a friend that don't want to be on Instagram, right? So they may be the first friend to tell someone about your business. And that's okay. You know, maybe that should be communicated with your friend group. But look before you kind of fall out with people and stuff like that. Like, look at to see like what else they do, because I do understand like having friends that aren't pulling weight. I don't believe in being in a friendship where you feel like someone is like not trying to support you and stuff like that. That's really upsetting. But support comes in many different ways. But you really do see who your true friends are when you do have a business. You do. And that's just how it goes. But support, like, I wouldn't watch it, because you're gonna have strangers who may shop with you more than your friends, and that is okay. That is okay. I'm not checking to see, you know, I'm not keeping tabs on, oh, this person, you know, I'm not doing that. Mind you, I wouldn't say I don't contemplate on it. Let me correct myself. I peep stuff, or don't we all? But I'm not sitting up contemplating on it. You know, I'm worrying about my next sales and who else is supporting me. And I think that's a topic we can learn to shift. Instead of wondering who ain't supporting us, let's start worrying about who is supporting us, and then go from there. But it is hard being an entrepreneur, because you do start to see like, oh, this person ain't supporting me. This person don't want to show up for me like I'll do for them. But it's okay. Like, honestly, you just clip off the dead ends. I don't really argue with nobody about coming through for me. I just see how you move and I adjust. But I'm going to say this. You entrepreneurs, friends, my crew, understand this. Give people something to want to support. Because that's another thing. We can say this person ain't supporting me. Like, sometimes y'all don't be producing. You ain't putting out quality stuff. So why should they repost that on the story? Why should they be telling people? And I hate that I kind of just went flip-floppy, but I'm just giving different perspectives so we can really talk about this. Y'all don't be giving people anything to want to support. And I can include myself, because it was a time where I'm literally posting, I wouldn't say anything, but I wasn't giving my best. But I want my friends to like repost that? No. Maybe if you will sit back and come up with quality content, quality products, quality that your friends will support you. And I'm not knocking them for not, because I do believe friends should support, but sometimes they ain't supporting you because they don't want no one to know that's what you're doing. You want them to shout out your her page, but what type of, like, how is the quality, like, what type of quality her are you putting out there? Can you do her? Let's start there. So those are certain things that you guys need to sit back when we start talking about support overall. And like I said, I have very different perspectives on it. I'm not knocking you or anyone to be upset if your friends ain't supporting you, because you, like I said, you do figure out who your true friends are when it comes to your business. Because if it is something that they don't like, they should kind of be able to say, hey, I think you should, you know, I don't know how to say that, but like, hey, I think you should, what the hell? Why is my chicken boiling like I'm making boiled chicken? What the hell is this? You should have friends to say like, hey, I think we should work on it a little bit more before, you know, we're putting it out there, you know, because sometimes that's what it needs. It needs you guys, sometimes you need to just perfect your craft more. But like, so we're just going to sum that up. That's a whole nother topic we can talk about, debate, discuss. Are they your friends if they ain't supporting it? If you're constantly putting out stuff and they're not reposting it, you never heard of them mentioned, like, checking, I don't have those problems with my best friends. I really, really don't. So, but that's something that you do learn. Okay, so the salmon is really nicely seasoned. So I'm about to pop this in. I think I want to put it in the oven. I think I have some lemons to cut up, and I may put it in the oven. But, and then we're going to do the vegetables. But the next lesson that an entrepreneur should learn is, or should know, is that you are not for everyone. when you come up with your multi-million-dollar brand, because that's what we're claiming, okay? Because we're future millionaires. You're gonna hear a lot of feedback. You're gonna hear a lot of criticism. You're gonna hear a lot of opinions. So you should have did it for this. You should have did it for this. You should have did it for this. But baby, you're not my target audience. That's why I haven't did it for that. I had to understand that. I was trying to please everybody. And I'm stressing myself out. But I had to go back and understand, like, yo, that wasn't for you. That customer is not for you. And I think we have to understand that. It's kind of upsetting sometimes though when you're an entrepreneur and you want everyone to like your stuff. But then you hear, not negative, because just because someone has an opinion about you doesn't mean it's negative. But you start to hear different things and it's like, dang, you beating yourself up. But you really have to sit back and understand that you're not for everyone. I was bringing out, I think, tights or something. And I think it was something I was bringing out. But it was for, like, my age at that time. I think it was like 18 to maybe 38. I don't know. It was age. Like, my target audience was very detailed. And I have people complaining about that I didn't make it for such and such. And I'm like, yo, y'all killing me. You know? But, like I said, that goes all to say, like, understanding who your customer audience, your target audience is and sticking with it until you're ready to move on. You know, don't let no one sway you into what your brand is supposed to stand for, what your brand is supposed to be like. Understand that. And that will help you deal with constructive criticism. It will help you deal with people that are talking about your brand, for you to understand that it's just not for you. When we talk about pricing, girl, when we talk about how much things cost and people want to complain, no, I don't know about ripping people off. I understand whatever your price is your price. And yesterday's price is not today's price. Can I get an amen? But when we talk about price, if you cannot afford this, then that is just not for you. Because I have put out, let me turn this chicken down. Lord, I'm burning this chicken up. Oh, boy, you guys, I'm burning this chicken up. I'm over here chit-chatting with my crew that I'm burning out the chicken. But I like burnt chicken. Burnt chicken hits. But what was I talking about? Like, yesterday's price is not today's price. So, understanding that you're valued. Like, that's been my biggest thing this year, is to understand your value, my value. And, you know, for me, when I price my goods, I have to put every single thing into account. I have to account for everything. People don't understand that. And we want to explain to people why I price. You know, sometimes it's just like, okay, if that's not what you can pay, then that's fine. That's just not your customer. Because they can go anywhere else and get it for cheaper. So that's a real big point, that every entrepreneur needs to understand, that you are not for everyone. And you may want to be for everyone. But, like, look at this, like McDonald's. Does everybody go to McDonald's? No, but are they thriving? Yeah. Hell yeah. Chit chat. Let's look at these vegetables that I got. I'm going to wash them really good. I don't know how to make cabbage. So I am definitely going to run on Google right now to figure out. I think you just put it in water or something. But I know for collard greens, we put with, like, the chicken broth and all that. I don't know how you do cabbage. And I've actually never made any squash. So maybe I should wait for my mom to come home to do this. Actually, nah, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to go on Google, figure it out. But that's what we're moving on to next. Honestly enjoying chit-chatting with you guys. I wish we could do something where it's like more, we have like an open discussion on these different topics. Let's move on to number 8. Next tip, or whatever we're talking about, is funny. It's very ironic because I'm actually in the kitchen cooking. And I really realized it when I was cooking that this sentence is very cliche, but it's facts, big facts. Understand that we can all eat. So when you feel discouraged, and I know you guys have heard this millions of times, when you feel discouraged because somebody else has just launched a tracksuit brand, someone else has just launched a hair care line, go take a walk in the bread aisle. Can I get a hallelujah? Take a walk in that bread aisle and tell me, how many loaves of bread do you see? It's not about who's doing it, and it's about what are you doing and how are you coming in to disrupt the market. That's just it. I don't have to explain. I don't have to elaborate or expound on anything. That's it right there. You're sitting here watching this video. You're upset. You're sitting on your couch feeling discouraged because somebody else just put out the exact same thing as you. Honey, we can all eat. it's up to you to make me want to come eat with you. It's up to you. You know what I'm saying? We can all eat. Like, it's just so crazy. I could go sit at your table. I can get something from you. I get something from her too. You know, we can all support. Whatever you have may be different from what she offers. You know, it's different things. And if you do see somebody else coming out with something at the same time as you, how can I stand out? What can I do differently now? Okay, this person just came up with this, but maybe I should do it like a vegan style, or maybe I should do it another color. Maybe I should do it this. Maybe, you know, just start being creative and thinking outside the box. But don't ever be discouraged, honestly. Like, I remember when I first came out with my business and other people were coming out with similar businesses, and I felt like, oh my goodness, like, all hope is gone. Like, when I moved to Atlanta is when I really got to see the amount of lash tags that are in Atlanta, but they are all eaten. The amount of hairstylists that are in Atlanta that are all eating. Clothing brands, like the list goes on. And people are supporting. So if you're sitting there, like I said, I'm not going to expound, but I am talking. Don't be discouraged. Don't give up. You know, get up and start working on your brand. It's okay, boo. Go take a walk down that bread aisle. Go take a walk down this cereal aisle. All right? Yo, in addition to washing clothes, to cooking, I'm definitely washing clothes. I'm on my wifey duties. I'm feeling a little tired. It's about 6 o'clock, I think. But I'm enjoying sharing these tips with you guys, and I hope you guys are taking them all in. I feel like I cannot force you to get up and feel motivated, but I can motivate you. I can't force you to do anything. And it's so many entrepreneurs that have been through stuff. So when you're sitting on your couch feeling defeated, somebody else is just going to do 10 times worse than you. And they've overcame. I was gonna do the vegetables, but instead I said, let me like clean up as I go. Wash my dishes as I go. My mom will be so proud. But we have two lessons left. And there's so many more lessons you can learn, but these are just the ones that, you know, came to my mind. Because I wanted to be very authentic and honest with you guys. So this one, understanding your finances, is so important. This has probably been one of the biggest things that I face wanting a business, because I love nice things. I love extravagant things. I love to create a movie. I know someone looking at me that's in the same boat as I. Sometimes we want a lot, and that's what I say. Use some of the things that you have already, because when it comes to money, like once it's spent, you don't get back. You can't work to make more, but it's so much money that I felt like, well, I could have. You know, I've moved forward, but when you look back to analyzing how you can make better decisions, I needed to understand money better, finances better, how things work, operation cost, and that even goes into pricing. You know, I used to give out a lot of discounts, but I wasn't taking into account, you know, the money that I was kind of losing when I was paying like taxes and all those different things. So yeah, I'm on a whole nother phone, you guys. I'm trying to give you guys the tea. They don't want me to be great. I'm trying to use what I have, mama. I need a camera. But one of the tips I said is use what you have, because God has a plan for everyone's life. So whatever we need, he will supply our needs. So if I don't have a camera right now, it's because God don't want me to have a camera right now. Can't afford a camera right now. So yeah, understand. My last tip was understanding your finances is important, because I made a lot of bad decisions just off of impulse that I didn't look at, like my income statement. But I do have an accountant now, so. And as an accountant, that's embarrassing, right? But that's, you got so caught up into, you know, things looking nice that you need to really analyze your finances. If you notice that your brand's not growing, like profit, well, not even profit-wise, like your bank account is not, it's because like you may be overly investing into the wrong thing. And I've done that plenty of times. So, anyways, I've got the salmon in the oven. The chicken is still finishing. My mom came home, so I think she's going to teach me how to do cabbage, right? And, don't do that. Cabbage and squash. Are you eating the meal prep? Mama! No! Mama, that's meal prep stuff.
No, come on.
I got one. So where's your chicken?
Mine just these little cups.
I got those too.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I got 3 chicken. I got strips and those things.
I got this.
No, we got 3. Look what you did. It should have been another one there. This woman. Something else. The last tip or lesson we've learned in entrepreneurship. This is my business partner right here. Don't even say anything. Don't even say nothing. What's the last
I am
tip?
just her mama.
What's the last
I'm
tip?
just her mama.
Whatever. What's the last tip that we can give them for the lessons that we've learned in entrepreneurship?
Hey, this is
Don't
your
assume.
mama.
That's a good one. Did I say don't assume? Yeah, I think I said don't assume. I don't want to leave them with nothing like negative.
Every CEO needs a mama.
She wants to be in this so bad. Wait, I'm just gonna wrap it up. I'm almost done. I actually had these written down for you guys. What you said, Mama?
Take small steps.
That's a nice one. I agree. So the last lesson that we learned, I'm gonna say we because my mom's and we've been in this journey together, is to take small steps. Because I think a lot of times people get so overwhelmed with the bigger picture that you don't understand. If you do one thing this week, another thing next week. I just told this girl this yesterday, and I told my one-on-one client the same thing. Like, strategize and plan, you know, plan different things that you can do to complete the bigger picture. So if you're trying to do a business and, okay, you don't have a logo, maybe 1 week you work on your logo. The next week you work on your business plan. The third week you work on just sourcing. You know, try not to do everything at once because it really, really, really does take a toll on you. So that's a really good point. What happened? I didn't say it right? Huh? Because we still don't work. Y'all, I've been cooking on this. Huh? Let me see if you quiet one. You just interrupted like my big profound speech. Take small steps. Mama, why is it important to take small steps? Why is it important to take small steps, Mom?
Because you have to kind of live within your means, and then you want to progress. You want to take one step at a time in the right direction. Sometimes if you end up taking big steps, you can end up ditch.
How many ditches have I made?
I like
Who's have to dig me out?
her mama. And then she gets mad at me out there and
I
you go,
do.
you want to be the boss.
Yeah, that's us.
No.
But no, taking small steps, like honestly.
But consistently then, because you don't want to be stagnant.
Good point. Good
And you
point.
don't want to stand still, but you want to keep moving in the right direction.
Look at the camera. You took it to the crew.
I'm
So I
talking to
named my YouTubers like my crew, and I'm like the pilot,
You mind?
co-pilot, co-pilot. You made it. You made it. I'll get you your hat. But yeah, that's the final lesson that I've learned. I actually really learned that lesson about taking smaller steps. Who's coming to your house now? Yo, I cannot even concentrate because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
I am cleaning up. I'm washing it. See, this is where I end YouTube before it gets hectic. So I'm going to put all those lessons that I learned at the bottom. If we want to expand and start talking more on any of the topics, we can go on live or we can debate with it in the comment section or whatever. I'm open to that. Remember, these are things that I've learned in my entrepreneurial journey. I still have a long way to go, but overall, these are the things that I've learned. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. You guys are my crew, and I'm rocking with you, and I'm your pilot. So see you guys soon, and I can do a video. I'll just add a little clip video at the end of all my meal prep food. But thank y'all for tuning in, and I'm wishing you guys a successful remaining quarter for 2022 for your businesses. Shout out to all my future millionaires and my entrepreneurs. This is my small business.
What you do to me, between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place, 'cause the love you give, it can't be replaced. So no one else